because she is young enough where, as the court knows, if you're dealing with these types of issues, it's not like it's something that goes away.
All right, Mr. George, what does your client want to do? I mean, Mr. Gibson?
I believe she will be is okay being sentenced today.
All right. Well, let's stay in our drinking driving mode here. Zoe Lynn Parker. Good morning. Mr. Rhodes was filed 1111. You were 1112. I think you both got arrested on the same night, June 11th. Must have been a busy night. You also were charged with operating while intoxicated, and the matter also was reduced to impaired driving. Something occurred to me while I was reading this pre-sentence that maybe what's your mom's name?
Heather. I'm sick right now. I'm sorry. I have a
All
sore
right.
throat, but her name's Heather Bradley.
Yes, that's our Heather Bradley.
Oh, I'm aware.
All right, I didn't figure it out as I'm reading it. I thought, holy smokes. I spent a lot of time with your mom
I'm aware.
and I liked her. And she's in a bad relationship and she had a bad alcohol problem. And she was at
Yeah, she does.
what?
She does, yes. Yeah.
Well, she did a good job when she was in my sobriety court until she didn't. It ended up going back up to Judge Stutzman and she did a significant amount of jail time.
Mm-hmm.
But she is a good person who has an alcohol addiction.
Yeah.
She's still struggling with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to inherit it. And you guess what? You
No,
did.
definitely not. No.
You did. But apparently Autumn realized that I didn't. But again, we're lackadaisical about our high blood alcohol level. This one's 0.20. She's 26. Mr. George, what would you like me to know?
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I think the court's kind of started the conversation that I was going to begin here. And Zoe's in a situation, as the court's seen many times, where there is a family history of substance abuse. And unfortunately, she has been dealing with that herself. This was a situation where I believe mom was involved, where she was over trying to help give a ride, and it was an ugly situation on its own, but obviously it could have been uglier. Zoe does have 2 children that she cares for. She also is employed as a receptionist over in Branch County. And I think based on Zoe's history, not only family history, but some of the history she's been through, I think Autumn, recommending a probation is appropriate. I think Zoe could benefit from services, whether it's education, whether it's specific individual counseling or treatment on top of that, because she is young enough where, as the court knows, if you're dealing with these types of issues, it's not like it's something that goes away. It's how do you effectively deal with that when life struggles or certain situations come about. And I know that she wants to be a better mother for her kids and not put herself or her kids in this type of situation. So the only thing that we would ask is if the court would consider to defer the 1-day jail. Other than that, I think the recommendations are appropriate. We'd ask the court to adopt it. Thank you.
Ms. Canfield?
Your Honor, I agree with the recommendation and think that it should be followed. I do see that with 2 parents who struggle with addiction, obviously that was passed down to Ms. Parker, I believe, probably genetically as well as behaviorally. What's concerning here is it looks like there were several opportunities at which she could have declined additional alcohol and chose to consume more when she was going to be driving again. So we do think that the recommendation for probation is appropriate and a day of jail to be scheduled with 2 others that would remain deferred. She's struggling and she's admitted that she's used controlled substances previously as well until she found out she was pregnant, and we don't want abstention from alcohol turning into someone turning to other substances in place of that. So I do think that supervision is appropriate.
Let me ask a minute. What is Consume? Is it a provisioning center?
Yes, yeah.
All right, so do you also use marijuana?
No, I stopped since I knew I was gonna get on probation.
All right, so had you been using marijuana that night
No,
or that day? Had you smoked earlier that day?
no.
There's no indication of it, but when you work at a marijuana store, I presume that you're a marijuana user. That may be a leap of faith.
Occasionally, yes, but not a day. I have kids, so like, it wasn't like, I don't want my house smelling like it, or,
All
so.
All right. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ms. Campfield, because I was wondering whether there was an underlying marijuana
Mhm.
current here or not.
And that there were other just harsher substances, methamphetamine and cocaine were tried when she was younger. I don't want her turning back to one of those if she's not consuming alcohol any longer as a coping mechanism, especially with the children. So I think that the recommendation is appropriate and ask the court to follow it. This was a very high blood alcohol.
Once, a long time ago, when I was still prosecutor, I did a deep dive into the years drinking, driving cases. And I was surprised at how many first offense had an MIP prior. Ms. Parker's got 3 of those. And so the alcohol problem starts to show itself before they're even old enough to drink it legally. Ms. Kiefer, anything else you'd like me to know?
I think this court is fully aware of her parents, their addiction. She comes by it. Unfortunately, she can't help it, but we need to stop it the best we can.
I'd like to hear that her mother was doing better. I spent a lot of time with her and you weren't here yet. It was Gina, but you were aware of her. Nice lady. She called me once over the weekend on the phone. She called me at home, which really you aren't supposed to do, but I talked to her at some length that day and she was struggling. And she just couldn't get over the hump. I'd not like to see that for you. You got 3 and you're all drinking like it's just an everyday thing. The neighbor's drinking, your mom's drinking. It's like, well, and again, this could have been a lot worse. What would you like me to know? Now you're a mom, you got 2 kids. The last guy, I kind of gave him a hard time because he's out doing this stuff instead of home taking care of his kids. What do you want to tell me?
I apologize for that night. I think it could have went very differently, but, yeah.
Where were you going?
So I tried to take her home, but she couldn't go home. And then I went to her neighbor's house. When I left, I don't even know where I was going or why I was driveway. But then I drove back. I looked on my little, I have like a GPS thing for my insurance or whatever, and it tells me where I go. And I just drove for 3 minutes, and then I drove back. So I don't know.
Well, I think this is worth a probation. And your mom's not doing you any favors. I'm gonna follow Autumn's recommendation, including the day in jail as a wake up. Again, there's a presumption of no jail. Here, we have very high blood alcohol level. You have 3 prior convictions for minor possessing and consuming alcohol. And if otherwise, the facts are bad. So I'm going to order a 24-month probation, which means you can complete it in 12 months. I'm going to order 4 days jail credit, 1 leaving 3 days to serve. And of the 4 days, 2 are deferred. So the other day is going to be scheduled by the probation department. We're going to do some drug and alcohol testing. At least a couple times a month. It's expensive. Substance abuse counseling and treatment as recommended. I want you also to attend the victim impact panel. Do the children each have the same dad?
No,
Are the dads involved in the kids' lives?
no. So Cyrus's dad, he's not very mentally competent, I feel like. He's schizophrenic, so and then my daughter's dad, he just, yeah, no.
Well, you don't want to visit this on your kids. Your mom's mom gave it to her. She gave it to you. Your kids don't deserve to be on this path. $300 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $100 screening fee, $150 attorney fee, $960 probation oversight fee. Autumn, I don't see a police reimbursement in
I
here.
did not have it.
Do you have one, Ms. Camfield?
I don't see one in the file, Your Honor, so let me double check.
And again, this is money away from your family, but so is alcohol. The cost of booze is gonna be less than the cost of this probation.
I don't see a request, Your Honor, although I do
All
note
right.
it was a blood sample. So.
$1,667 could be reduced by $480 or more if you complete the probation earlier. That's 2 in 1 year. You're not to drink any alcohol or use any controlled substance, including marijuana, and that doesn't seem to be an issue for you. I wish I'd been more successful with your mom. You resemble her. I wish better for her and I wish better for you, but you're gonna owe me a day in jail and I want you to try to work on getting out of this path you're on. Make it better for you and your kids. All right, Ms. Parker, I want you to go with Autumn and she'll get you plugged into what you need to do for this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.